Hey guys, it's FallenDice, and welcome to episode 22 of FallenDice Plays Better Than BuildCraft. So we just finished up on a couple long episodes working on my cow breeding slash harvesting facility. So we're going to take a small break from that and work on my storage. If we get done quick enough, I may go and do a little wall work on that. I have been letting it run and it's working great. The only time I ran into issues was when an Enderman actually got downstairs and was taking some of my gravel blocks because I haven't prettified everything down there and set a gravel block next to my turntable, which was controlling my timing. So when the redstone torch came around, it fell off, and so it stopped the facility cold. So, um, yeah, that was interesting. So I may have to come up with some kind of safeguard to protect against that, or maybe just, finish changing out the blocks so there's nothing in there he can do. But anyway, let's head downstairs and see what we've done so far. So I cleared all this out and I cleared the other one out and I built my first two. Now the rest of these I plan on building using the automatic builder, but to get this out of the way I needed a place to stick those, and since I was doing that I went ahead and emptied all those original chests out and put them over here. So we have all of my current stuff, and I think I got almost an entire wall of watermelon right now. Lots of watermelon. So inside you can see here's how and it's working right now. This is how it works. I've got the pipe from down or upstairs coming down, and then it just basically takes a shot over here, and I'm using diamond pipes at all the intersections so I can kind of route things just in case I ever have something coming in from another angle. It'll still end up getting into the track and eventually find its way into its proper storage area. So each one of those comes off, hits this over here. A couple of them I have, where like say this one over here, which I think is my hemp seeds, and what was this one? This might be my pumpkins, and they don't reproduce quite as fast. Like I haven't even gotten into a second one yet, so I only needed really one half. So I put another diamond pipe there to split them off into their perspective. So basically, it works really, really cool. And I've interconnected each one of these holes. Each one of my spots where we put in one has a hole, and you can see that the paths go all four directions, so I can basically from underneath just route to wherever I needed to. Turned out a whole lot simpler than I thought it was going to be when I initially broached the subject of directing and automatically storing all my stuff. So I mean, I'll even be able to put like a rapid transport from up in my cabin. Well, I'll be able to put like a pipe, kind of like I have over at my breeding facility, where I can stick something in the chest and anything in there gets pumped out and sent down here, and it will basically find its way into the track where it'll move around, and eventually it's going to find its way to towards where the section it is, and the pipe is going to direct it towards its actual home. And when that happens, it'll find its way to be automatically stored, so I won't even have to run up and down the stairs. I mean, I literally just stick it in a chest, flip a switch, and it'll find its way down to its home over here. So I think that's kind of cool. I'd be nice to do it on the way up there, but I don't think I really have the space to do it up there, and I don't really need to. This is going to be my main storage area. So I've also kind of decided how I'm going to do the walls and the floor. I was playing around a little bit in this in a 1.5 world. Of course, obviously, I saved and backed everything up because everything better than wolves or better than or BuildCraft disappeared because they weren't updated yet. But I just wanted to see what the different colored planks would look like, and it turned out really well. So what I'm going to be doing is the floor, the trackways here are going to be the jungle wood planks, the redwood. In between here, set into like the back of the wall, and I'll just put like a normal one for now, but we're going to have the light colored planks. Oh, I have them right there. So that'll be the birch trees, but it'll be inset like this all the way across. And the reason why it looked kind of nice having the redwood up here, but I realized that it's just one track all the way across, which is be the same as what this line here is. And then there's all the other stuff, and it's a whole lot easier to harvest the redwood than it is the birch. I mean, I get a stack and a half just from cutting one tree down. So it kind of didn't look, like I said, they both look good, and it was easier for me to get the redwood, so I decided to put the red one down here. I already put in like my stairs up and down here. Over here at my storage, I played around a little bit with some ideas of how to make it look cooler. I had tried like putting the upside down stairs there and there with a half slab up top and the same down here, but it ended up sticking out too far. I mean, you got like a one wide walkway here that still has you go up and down, and I didn't really like it. And then I remembered there was part of this Better Than Wolves that I've never even tried before, and that's that they'd put in these columns, which I'll be honest, I think looks really nice, and it really makes the storage look pretty cool. So I'm going to show you real fast how to craft these. And I'll also let you know too, by the way, part of the reason why I was in the 1.2.5 was I was trying out some new texture packs. This texture pack is just a regular 16. I don't know if it's at 16-bit or 16, whatever, but a 16 by 16 texture pack made with painterlypack.net. And it was only something I had done initially because the one that I had used a lot, made by Party Tiger on mcschematics.com, hadn't updated hers or his. I still haven't even figured out if it was a her or him. So I'm sorry, Party Tiger, if you ever watch this. But yeah, I was just waiting for that, so I made something just so that I'd have the new blocks that had come out at the time, and including like the eggs for my, in the test worlds and stuff. And it looked cool and all, but I've been kind of feeling like I wanted to kind of upgrade and get up to some of the higher textures, like the 32 or the 64, some of the HD things. So I was kind of playing around, and I came up with one that I really like. And as soon as it's updated to 1.2.5 or 4, whichever, I think they're probably going to skip the 4 and go straight to 5. But whenever that happens, I will be updating. So I apologize ahead of time that there probably will be some getting used to, because it's definitely going to be an abrupt switch. But even in like the 10-15 minutes I was playing on it, I really started to get used to it. I liked how it looked, and so that's what I'm going to kind of move to. But anyway, back to where we were here. The columns are actually really easy to make. It's just 4 smooth stone in a stack, and you get 4 columns, so you don't lose any of your resources. And the base actually takes 10 blocks, but again, you get 10 blocks out of it. So, there you go. And easy to make, and like I said, I really think they look pretty cool, and with the texture pack I'm getting, it's even cooler. So that is where we are right now. I haven't fully put these in on these ones yet, but what I'm gonna do, so I'll go ahead and take these down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the materials ready so I can set this up for the automatic builder. And I think the way I'm going to do this, just because I have so many of these and I really don't want to wait forever, is I'm going to do them 4 at a time. So I'll get 4 automatic builders, and I think I'm going to do like 2 combustion engines, just for make sure there's enough power to make them move along quickly. Or I'm sorry, 2 steam engines, but I think 1 combustion engine probably does the same amount. So I might just end up going with 1 combustion. Maybe borrow one from my refinery, bring it over here with some fuel buckets and power it that way. We'll just do 4 at a time. Once it's built, then I'll destroy it, move it over 8 spaces, bring it back down. That way I'm also not using crazy amounts of pipe, although I do have a lot of conductive pipe. I still have not reclaimed all my conductive pipe from my original quarry site. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll start building some of these. And yeah, so let me go get some of the stuff together, and then we'll go ahead and build. Oh, also I moved this back too, and I kind of made this right. It was actually over here before, so I moved it back like 3 spaces, or maybe 4 spaces, and it still functioned. It still connects to its spot back in the regular world. So it looks good right here, I think, in the corner like this, I think. I may do some more stuff on this back wall just to make a crafting area and to put in some of my crucibles and stewing pots and just to give me some ability to do some work down here. So this wall might go back further to open up some more area for me, but for now that's how it's going to look. So alright, well, let me go grab some things and I will be right back. Well, we're almost done. It's taken me a while, but this is about 100 by 100 down to bedrock. I think it's at level 16 right now. Getting a few diamonds and stuff. You can see like a small underground ravine and some of the other cool stuff in here. And as it's been going down, I've kind of gone through and I put up torches and stuff around it, so it's probably more like lit up a 200 by 200 space. Which means it's going to be really, really good as far as spawning our mobs. So I'm kind of excited about what I can do in here, you know, with the amount of space, to make like a really, really cool um, mob trap kind of thing. I definitely would want to do some kind of separator, sorter, so I can put the different types of mobs in different areas, and be able to sort out all the different drops and things. So, oh, it looks like we stopped running too. I wonder if I ran out of fuel. I've been using a lot of fuel, so it wouldn't surprise me. I leave this running quite often, but I'll check that out in a sec. But yeah, anyway, so I am definitely gonna have to start doing my research on what I want to build in this area and what I want to do, because it's ripe for a really, really well efficient mob trap. So anyway, alright, well, I just wanted to show that off. Alright, well, I was able to track down most of my supplies, but I don't have any more diamond chipsets. So we're heading back to the power plant. Gotta fire up our laser and we'll make us some more of those chips. Hadn't done that in a while. Had a nice little store, but eventually we run out. So let's head over there and we'll go ahead and construct some of those, or we'll set some to construct. Let me go turn this on first, if I remember right. Yep, laser room. We'll set them both on just to get the speed going. Alright, let's see what we have in here. I don't remember exactly. Well, looks like didn't need to bring so much dye. I know we need iron. Oh, let's turn those off. I don't need those anymore. Let's see. And diamond, I can already make diamond. So yeah, we'll get that thing going. I need 3 more. I've already got my one builder from when we made those back for the top floor of the cabin. So I just need 3 more. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft these, and then I will be back. All right. So we got our 3 diamond chipsets, which is all we need to create what we need for our storage. Whoa. Come on. What are you doing? Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. I got armor. I got weapons. Alright, so anyway. Head back downstairs. And I think I left all the other stuff that I needed for this in my BuildCraft chest over here. Let's see. Yeah, we got landmarks, some more diamond gears. I guess I didn't need as many as I had, but eh. Alrighty, so let's see. And it looks like we have everything but our yellow dye, which is ironic because we just had it. So I'm gonna go grab it and I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Just in case you forgot what the recipe for this was. I'll put that together real fast. Obviously, there's more here than we need. Only making 3 of these. And my chipsets. There we go. So we can do 3 more builders. I don't think they're stackable. No. Oh, they are. Huh. Alright, cool. I'll put everything back in. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do here, again, let me put the rest of my stuff away, as I need to get my architect table, and I need to go get some engines. So I'm going to go borrow an engine to reuse for this, and then we'll get started. Alright, so we're ready to go. And like I was saying, I'm going with the steam engines because I want to be able to turn them on, let them go and do their business while I, kind of AFK out, watch my YouTube videos that, of my YouTubers that I enjoy. And I don't want to have to worry about overheating. That's the cool thing about the combustion engines, is that I'm not going to have to worry about that. So I can set it up to do this, turn on my cow facility, leave the quarry running, which by the way I'm actually down to my last section. But yeah, I can have it doing all that, and then I can go and watch my ethos and some of my other guys that I enjoy watching, and let it do all this without the danger of it exploding downstairs here. So I'll put you over here. Oh no, I forgot to get blueprints. Luckily they're right over here, so it's not going to be difficult. But yeah, so that's my reason for going with the Steam. It'll take longer to accomplish its goal, especially when it's running 4 of these. I'll have to see exactly how it works. I may have to end up getting multiples, but I don't have to try and work out a fail-safe on this. So anyway, chess. So anyway, that's my plan. So as soon as I get this done, there we go. We'll go ahead and knock all this down, and then we'll set up our first our first round of this. I'm curious to see how this works out, to be honest. And I guess for our first couple, we'll really only be doing 3 of these. So we want to make sure we put this in the right position, unlike when I was doing my... I already almost tried to mess it up again. When I was doing my ceiling, I don't want it off by a little bit, because I will then have to just... No, I was right. But yeah, then I'll have to completely destroy it. I can't have it be partial this time. It's got to be exactly right on. So the first one was there. Yep, okay, good. So we'll set these up. I'm curious to see how this actually works with my steam engine. Alright. And then one more. And to see exactly how much... I'll swap these out. How much of the conductive pipe I need to... Alright. I think I can go like this. Oops. It's always fun to watch this part of the process, I think. Especially if the person is... It's not going quite exactly according to plan. And it's funny too when you watch someone who makes the same... I won't necessarily say mistakes as you, but runs into some of the same problems. All right. Let's see. We got you here. I think I'm gonna put it on this side because I have more room. Actually, that can't go there. I need my intake pipe here. Alright, stick you in there. I think that's it. I think when I put the switch down, it should start building. And technically what it should do first is it's going to delete the half slabs. And I definitely may not have enough power here. So let's see. I'm gonna see if there's enough to do one, and then to see how much power I would have to do multiples. And that doesn't seem to be either. Alright, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna look into this. Actually, I think I know exactly what the problem is. I didn't put the blueprints in, which means technically I need more blueprints. So I'm gonna have to, if I haven't already. Let's see. First of all, let's make sure. Yep. Okay. Now, what supplies do I need? Oh yeah, you can see it's already gone through and. Oh, I don't like that. Well, I guess I'll have to go back in and fix that after this is done, but I'm gonna try and save as many of these half slabs as I can before it destroys them all. And there it went. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. Okay, let me go grab the supplies I need, and then we'll be right back. Alright, before I do that, so I know the answer to this is probably no, but I was curious. If I put in all these wooden planks, will it convert the planks into chests and into doors and signs, or will it just stop at that point? Because that would be cool if it automatically crafted it, and it does not. Okay, well, it was worth a shot. Alright, so we're back, and we have all of our needed supplies. And the interesting thing, I shouldn't say the interesting, but the actually kind of scary thing is it's going to take 8 stacks of wood for every one of these, just for chests alone, which is actually rather impressive, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to plant some more of my jungle trees out there and get to work on that, because I'm gonna need a lot more wood. But on the plus side, it seems to be actually building this rather quickly. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do my AFK on this, just because I think it'll take almost as much time just to put all the stuff into the chest. But maybe if I kind of pre-stage things, I can make this work. I will need to make a couple more blueprints though, so this is definitely easier than doing it myself. I will admit that though. I kind of much prefer this route, having to go through and do this over and over. But alright, well, I'm gonna build a few more of these, and then as we kind of get the looks of this, I'll pop back in and kind of show you where we are. Well, here's a look at 2 of them going at once. It's kind of cool. I was able to get the library thing. What was it? I already put it back over here. Let's see. Yep, blueprint library. So I got four blueprints now, so I will be able to. And it looks like timing wise, there's not really an issue having to do with one steam engine. Seems to be able to put out more than enough power. I mean, they're only red though, so they are slow. Maybe when I get to 4, I might add like 1 or 2 more engines, but I definitely looks cool though. Once they get all up here, it's gonna be kind of cool walking through, especially once I get the rest of my planks, colored planks, so I can start finishing up the floor and the wall. So, but anyway, I definitely don't have enough right now to completely finish all this off, so I'm gonna have to go do some resource gathering and some building. So I will be back. Alright, so I've got 2 rows done so far, and I really think this looks pretty cool. I really can't wait to get to the floors and stuff. The only thing I'm wondering about is maybe taking this out, but it kind of keeps me from accidentally knocking the pipe. But if I didn't have the glass there, I'd at least be able to access it a little better. We'll see. never really realized how much storage this is actually going to give me. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous, the overkill I'm kind of making for myself. But I figure, do it once, do more than I could ever possibly need. And that way, you know, as time goes on, I can slowly start to expand into it. So, alright, well, I'm going to go off and do some more work, but I'll be back. We have all of our supplies set up now. I kind of used an existing chest to start stacking it. Um, it's a lot of chest, and basically I pretty much used up all of the wood that we had gotten from our jungle trees. I was just putting them in, like clicking in the stack, you know, full stacks into the crafting table, taking out the middle one, and then popping a whole um, stack of chests into my inventory. Each one of these takes a full stack of chests. That's 64, so I mean, we're gonna have over 1,000 chests. I did the math earlier. It's crazy, a lot of chests. But we ran into another problem here, and that was being able to open the top chests. So I'd gone through and converted the block above, I think most of these, to either stairs. Yep, haven't done this one yet. To either stairs or half slabs, dependent. Obviously, for the areas where I'm underwater, I had to go with the half slabs just because the stairs don't look so good. Well, while I'm finishing up, I am crafting some filaments. I figured we'll end this episode by going back to my cow breeding farm, setting up my stewing pots and hibachis so I can turn my leather and my beef into tallow, glue, and um, tallow and glue. And oh, I don't think I'll remember what it is. But there's like 3 things I need to make out of that. But anyway, while I was here, I had a comment in one of my previous episodes that was talking about how much dung was being used for the hibachis alone. I think maybe, I don't remember what it was, but obviously he hadn't even gotten to my harnesses because that was an insane amount of dung. And I realized I hadn't actually shown off my wolf thing here. I don't know how much is in here right now. I got a little. I think I'm out of I'm out of food. But here's how I set this up. I'm kind of going here so you can kind of see it. But above each one of these wolves, you'll see we have a block dispenser. And then the water here basically sends anything that pops out down to this hopper, and you can see there's a dispenser or a detector block right above the hopper. So if I take and throw this dirt in there, you'll see when it comes down the hopper, the detector block will see it, and it will send a redstone pulse, which comes up to here. I'll go up and take a peek real fast. And it's, by the time it gets up to here, it's pretty much inverted. Just because, you know, the way vertical wiring works, every other one is going to be off. So when something's detected, well, actually, sorry. I did have it inverted, sorry. But yeah, so it comes over here, and so basically when the something goes in front of the detector block, this will turn off, which will basically allow these 2 torches here to turn on, and it sends a signal around which will power, as you can see, a tangle of redstone wire, but it will power all my block dispensers. So they will each dispense out 1 food, which, yeah, I am definitely empty. So I am going to have to go out on a hunting trip. Usually what I do is I take my looting sword and I will go out and hack at zombies, which are plentiful. Although actually, no, now that I think about it, I've got so much beef I can probably just start feeding them beef. So anyway, but yeah, so you stock it up with that. When a piece of dung is created, it will make its way down to my hopper, and it will send a signal up which feeds every one of these. So unfortunately, it's not the most efficient because they will get fed even if they weren't the one that produced the dung. And every time one produces it, it'll send it down again, which is kind of why I'd been using the zombie because I didn't really mind losing it too much. But once I get my wheat dispenser going for my cattle breeding facility, I can let it just constantly run. I won't have to worry about beef anymore. So then I can, put it up there and not worry about it. Technically, right now, and I think that's why I hadn't filled it again, is I've got a fairly large supply of dung at the moment. Let me grab my filaments here real quick, and I can show you that. Um, Eventually, I'm going to start sending a lot of this stuff down. I'm going to make a transport pipe like I did over in my cattle breeding facility, so I can send a lot of this. But yeah, I still have 4 stacks plus 16, and that was the last time I checked it. There was like 7 stacks of dung in there. It really works well, especially if you're busy doing stuff and not paying attention. So anyway, so I got filaments so I can create my hibachis. And then I got my ingots and stuff so I can create my stewing pots. Get some redstone stuff together so we'll make it so we can turn off my redstone as well as turning on and off my bellows, which I'll be having to craft one of those as well. Reason for that is I believe glue doesn't require a stoked fire, but tallow does. So in order to be able to do both of them at my the harvest area, I've got to be able to turn the bellows on and off. So I'm going to finish gathering my supplies, and then we'll head over to the cattle breeding facility, and we'll go ahead and install our stewing pots and our setup there. Well, on the way, figured I would show off. Here is the storage for now. Again, like I said, I'm waiting for additional block types to finish this. I've got one more of these left over. Once I get the other planks, then I will come in, we'll put in the floor and the walls, but this is definitely going to look cool. And like I said, these are already all, well, here, we'll show these. Each one of these, the builder went ahead and did everything. That has an extra diamond, but we can, for a lot of these, I'll probably have to even put some more in if I don't use the full one side. But they're all ready to go. They just got to have the pipe come from underneath from wherever it's connected to, and they can start sorting. And like I said, we've got this all the way through. Every single one of these is interconnected, so, and if I need more space I can always cut out more of this. Right now it's just straight lines to connect all these together. So I really think this is cool. I honestly can't wait to get the block so I can finish it, get the final look of it. And then, as I start to connect more and more stuff to it, that'll also be cool. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and get started on this. We'll head down here. I haven't decided if I'm going to use the output of the water wheel from over here. It's up to there. Water wheels aren't really that hard to make and not really that big of a pain, so I went ahead and crafted another one anyway, and I think I'll probably just use its own water wheel over here for the bellows. That way I don't have more crazy axles and gears running down here. So give me 1 second while I kind of figure out how I'm going to lay this out, and then I'll be right back. Alright, well, we already made one change here, and that is that I wanted to be able to have a switch for both turning on the torches and for stoking the fire. And that just being, the more and more stuff we add in here, the more and more I want to be able to turn it off just for frame rate. Because, I mean, this world starts to bog down when I have a lot of this automation going, because there's so many entities that are interacting all at once. So I'm probably even going to have to go back to some of my earlier ones and try to find ways of being able to turn them off, just so that once I don't ever need any more pumpkins, that I can, turn off the automatic pumpkin and automatic reed, and just some of those different farms I have. So that'll be one of the things I want to go through. It'd be nice to get like a master switch, but I think it would, while it's doable, it would require me to put some ugly wiring in the factory, which I don't want to do. So I'll just have to settle for being able to go up to the different floors and flip the switches independently. But Yeah, so we've got that set up, and I went ahead and I put my hibachis down here. I never made my... do I have any wood? Never made my stewing pots, I just realized that. I don't have any wood on me, do I? I do. I have just enough to make one. Okay, cool. Then I can do it down here. um, yeah, I set up my hibachis, and I have enough of this, do I? Oh, no, I don't. Wait, what am I doing? 84, sorry. I'll probably just skip ahead of this. Alright, so throw our stewing pots down, and then we'll head downstairs and I'll show you where, or what we've done so far. I still have to kind of figure out how I'm going to get the redstone down for the different ones and where we'll be putting the water wheel. But here's where these are going to go. Did I put that? We don't need to take that at all. And then the other one on the other side. Cool part about only having to do in 4 is I don't have to do any crazy wiring to get it all to sync up. So let's see. Whoops. Can tell even right now I got a little lag issues. All right, so this one is there. I think we'll go with. I just have a lot of it right now, so we'll use that. Let's see. You are there. I think that's all I need to do to get it down here. So let's see. Put you here. And actually, I don't even need to do that because I am trying to, I want to invert it so that when the light switch is on, that it'll be when the hibachis are on. So this will work out perfectly. It actually didn't take as much ingenuity as I thought it was going to. Alright, so here's the plan so far. Also, I just went ahead and took out this entire row because I realized that all I had to do was drop it down 1, and I wouldn't have the torches here affecting it. But I also had to do that because otherwise this would have been under here, which would have been interfering with the redstone signal coming down from there. So I needed this extra space, so it works out good. Bellows going into here, taking its output from here, and I'm going to put my water wheel and turntable back here. Right now you can see the lights on, so the switch is on telling me I want to have my fire stoked, which then means that this redstone torch is inverted, so it's no longer supplying power to turn off this gearbox. So whenever that light is off, this gearbox won't turn and I will not get a stoked fire. So I just inverted it because I wanted the light to mean that you're trying to do something. So light on will mean that I'm turning on my hibachis, and the light on will mean that I am turning on the stoking part of the fire. So now we just got to go in here, set up our water wheel and turntable, and then this will be ready to go. Alright, so my plan here is to streamline this as much as possible. So we've got our water wheels back there, you can see, and we'll be sending the signal down here. It's going to come over, over to this point where it'll come back up. I need my turntable right here. So that, and then let's see. Go ahead and put the rest of this in. And the reason why I'm doing this is the turntable, the redstone torch from my turntable, I'm just going to use it directly to depower this gearbox. That way I don't have to really run any actual redstone wire. It's just going to, like I said, just nice, clean, compact. So that's the plan, and I believe this will work. You know how it always goes, though. So we'll verify for sure, but this should actually work. Put you there. All right. And then you right here. Okay. Like I said, if we put block right here. Oh, I'm gonna have to clear more space. I always forget. I really discovered this when that Enderman came and dropped a dirt block. It will definitely mess you up. Alright, so make sure it can spin all the way around. And then this is okay. And let's see, I just need one of you. I need to slow you down long enough to make sure you're actually doing it. Let's see. There we go. Let's see, put some more blocks underneath me so I can see. Alright, now we'll watch for particle disappearance while it's here. And it does not look like that did it, but I think I can still just clear this out here, run some redstone to it, and that'll work just fine anyway. I still just, mostly I was just trying to make it, you know, compact so it wasn't taking up a large part of the room. And I may need to switch it to 2. I think I might need to just because it's not 1, 2. Give it time to come up and then go back down. That's the key part. Okay, good. Alright, let's go upstairs and let's turn the bellows on. Or we'll look from upstairs, make sure it's on, and then we'll turn it off and verify our switches work. And then I'll just tweak a little bit how I'm just doing the floor just so I can make it look better. I definitely want to be able to walk through there a little easier. So hopefully we should get a stoked fire here. No, we won't because... and you all probably noticed that anyway. Dang it. I always forget. I gotta have a space between the hibachi and the stewing pot for the stoked fire to reach. Alright, I think that did it. I just dropped him down 1 level. Kind of got rid of the platform, so we just have that. I dug down in here once again so I can get the make sure the redstone isn't getting affected by the torches here. This all stayed identical. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch any of this here, so that should fix our problem. So we'll come over here and we'll give it a try. Again, that should turn us on. Leave you on, okay. And that should give us a stoked fire, and it does. Cool. Alright, you are now working as intended. So now I'm just going to go clean things up a little bit, so I'll be right back. Alright, so what I ended up doing is I moved this another one further back, so now I was able to put the wonderful redstone dot. If you watch Generic B, all hail the redstone dot. And then I could basically stick this over here to give me access to walk through the entire room. So it's all kind of concealed over there. And I know the walls still have access into the caves and stuff, but that's the thing, is it's not like a space that I'm going to be in a lot. This is kind of just like an access space. So I'm not so big on prettification of those kind of spaces, you know, this area here. It's all about in here. So now we can come over here, turn this on, turn this on, and I should probably get rid of that thing now. Although I probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have one in here. Let's see. We'll take some of you. And do I already have meat? I do. Okay. So now I can stick you in there. Stick you in there. And we can start making us some tallow and glue. I believe the leather makes the... Is it the glue? Yeah, the leather makes the glue. And this is actually the same as a slime ball, which I also have ridiculous amounts of slime balls too. So I have no problem with sticky pistons or any of those. And then over here we've got the tallow. And this is the key ingredient for our what we're going to be doing of the mining charges. The dynamite takes the tallow, the hellfire, and the glue, I believe, with paper. No, sawdust. Tallow, hellfire dust, and sawdust with 3 sheets of paper, and then that gives us our dynamite, and then we can make our mining charges by adding, I believe, the glue and some other stuff. Mining charges are pretty cool. Remember, I showed them off early on just when I was testing them out, but with large amounts of them, I mean, I can pretty much go through and kind of clear out underground areas a little bit better, ones where I'm not going to be using my quarry. And like I said, I can do this now. When I'm done, come over here, send it back to my storage over in the factory, and it's all nice and easy. So, I think we're gonna call this an episode. Um, I'd like to say that I plan on finishing up my my breeding and harvesting facility here, but it really depends on when BuildCraft updates. It doesn't matter if it's 1.2.4 or 1.2.5. Either way, I just want more blocks. I don't want to start doing this until I have access to the newer blocks so I can kind of utilize them in my walls. And without the walls, I don't really have the ability to... I don't know what the rest of the building is going to look like to start putting in my wheat, my automated wheat stuff for this. So I don't need the leather right now, and I don't need the meat right now. I'm good on all of them. So hopefully it's only a matter of days before this comes out, and then that becomes a moot point. I can finish my storage downstairs. I can finish this building up here, and then I can start on the wheat farm, which are my 3 pressing projects. And then after that we can start moving on to some other cool stuff I have planned. So with that, we will go ahead and we will end this here. Thank you for watching. As always, please rate, comment, and subscribe. You guys know exactly what to do. Been talking to me a lot in my comments. I really enjoy that, answering the questions and just even even giving me some advice or anything you want to do. Like these videos if you enjoy them, and subscribe if you haven't already, so you will be notified of my upcoming videos. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.